The wreckage of a US World War II submarine has been located in the South China Sea. The submarine was found by the Lost 52 project, whose aim it is to find all 52 US submarines lost in the Pacific during World War II. And they managed to find the most renowned submarine sunk, the USS Harder, commanded by Commander Samuel David Dealey. The Harder became famous for its aggressive tactics and the fact it sunk the most Japanese warships during World War II, along with the many cargo ships. Here is the story of her 6 patrols, each patrol getting more daring than the last. It first saw action on June 22, 1943 when engaging in a Japanese convoy. Harder fired 4 torpedoes at a Japanese tanker, but unfortunately one of the torpedoes exploded prematurely, giving away Harder's position. Faulty torpedoes were a serious problem for the US submarine force in 1943, and this would not be the last time Harder would encounter such problems. Now that the Japanese escorts knew the location of the Harder, Dealey decided to dive in anticipation of a counterattack. She dove too low and got stuck in mud while depth charges exploded overhead. It took 4 hours to unstuck the Harder. The next day, Harder attacked a seaplane transport, the Sagara Maru. 1 torpedo of the 4 hit, forcing the Sagara Maru to beach to prevent it sinking. Although another submarine would later attack the beach transport, forcing the Japanese to abandon all salvage efforts, the Harder was credited with its sinking. The Harder continued to harass and attack Japanese convoys, but was plagued with torpedo issues, with torpedoes either detonating prematurely or running unpredictably. For his first forward patrol, Dealey was awarded his first Navy Cross. On her second patrol, Harder patrolled the same region and again was badly impacted by faulty torpedoes. It sunk 2 cargo ships in 3 days. When again attacking 2 more cargo ships, it was spotted by a Japanese plane and the Harder endured an aerial and depth charge attack that lasted 48 hours. The Harder managed to escape just in time before her batteries were almost completely drained. Harder sunk 5 ships on this patrol, with Dealey earning his second Navy Cross. The Japanese were attempting to reinforce Taurara on the Gilbert Islands in preparation for upcoming US landings. The Harder, along with the Snook and the Pargo, were sent to the Marianas Islands region to intercept craft heading to reinforce Taurara. In November, the Harder attacked a 3-ship convoy and sunk all 3 ships, a passenger ship, a cargo ship, and 1 carrying ore. With all her torpedoes expended, she returned to Pearl Harbor. Dealey earned his 3rd Navy Cross. On her 4th patrol, Harder was sent out on a different kind of mission, lifeguard service for downed airmen. West of Woolley, on an unnamed island, pilot Lieutenant John Gavin was awaiting rescue. After the Harder got as close as she could, a raft was launched with 3 crew members who waded her way to the downed pilot. The tether line was inadvertently severed, so another crew member swam another line out to the rescue party, and all 4 crew members and the pilot were hauled back. It was on her next engagement that the legend of the Harder truly started to develop. While spotted by Japanese aircraft, she was then pursued by the destroyer Ikazuki. As the Ikazuki bear down on her for an attack run, Dealey refused to dive, held steady and waited. When the destroyer closed within 900 yards, the Harder unleashed a salvo of torpedoes, 2 of them hitting and sinking the ship. Dealey's report of the sinking would become famous. Expended 4 torpedoes and 1 Jap destroyer. Dealey won his 4th Navy Cross, and a Navy Cross was given to all 4 members who participated in the rescue mission. The Harder sunk her 2nd destroyer while on the Subitu Passage between Borneo and the Philippines on June 6, 1944. While trying to position for an attack, the Harder became illuminated by the moon, and the destroyer, Minazuki, turned to attack. Dealey struck the Minazuki with 2 torpedoes, sinking it within 5 minutes. The Harder fired a salvo of 6 torpedoes at another destroyer, but they all missed. The following day, another Japanese aircraft spotted the Harder and directed the destroyer Heianami to its location. As the Heianami drew closer, the Harder made a sharp turn, firing 3 torpedoes, 2 of which impacted. The magazine of the ship was struck, which caused a huge explosion, and the Heianami quickly sunk. On June 8, Harder encountered numerous destroyers and sunk the Tanakaze, which sunk extremely quickly following a massive boiler explosion. 2 days later, Harder was credited with sinking another destroyer, although it is unknown which destroyer it was. Harder's actions around the Tawi-Tawi anchorage convinced the Japanese that there were numerous submarines in the region, which resulted in the Japanese removing their forces prematurely. This contributed to the Japanese having depleted forces during the Battle of the Philippine Sea. Although no Navy Cross was awarded, General Douglas MacArthur presented Dealey on the spot with an Army Distinguished Service Cross. Before his 6th patrol, it was noted that Dealey may have been suffering from battle fatigue, as he had led 5 very arduous missions. But as the Harder was getting a large complement of new crew, he wanted to ensure that they were properly trained and integrated. So he was allowed one more patrol. It turned out to be his and Harder's final mission. Harder formed a wolf pack with Hake and Haddo and went on to patrol the South China Sea off Luzon. There they were joined by 3 other submarines and attacked a sizable convoy, sinking 4 ships. On August 24th, the Harder was patrolling near Dazol Bay near Luzon. There, 3 Japanese ships were sighted. A Type D escort ship, designed for anti-submarine and anti-aircraft activity, started an attack run. As it approached the Harder, it spotted 2 torpedoes pass its port side, meaning the Harder made an audacious down-the-throat shot. The escort started firing its depth charges. It was on its 5th salvo that oil, wood and other debris was spotted on the surface of the water. The Harder was lost with all hands. Harder was awarded with a Presidential Unit Citation for her first 5 war patrols, and 6 battle stars for his 6 war patrols. Commander Samuel Dealey was awarded a posthumous Medal of Honor for the 5th war patrol, and a posthumous Silver Star for his 6th war patrol. The destroyer escort USS Dealey was commissioned in 1953 and was named in honour of Samuel Dealey, serving until 1972. The submarine and its commander played a vital role in the Pacific theatre. The daring tactics and substantial achievements of the Harder and its crew made it one of the most renowned submarines of World War II. The legacy of the USS Harder is remembered for its bravery, tactical innovation, and significant contributions to the outcome of the war in the Pacific. The motto of the USS Harder was "Hit 'em harder," and that is exactly what these brave men did. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Odd Historian. This is a brand new channel, so please let me know what you liked, what I could improve, and comment your odd or less known aspect of history. And if you like the content and want to see more, hit the like button and subscribe. See you next time.